Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Fatri Zainuriski from Class B Information System. Student ID 2024 320736 from Class A. Laboratorium Inventory Web-based Management System. Before diving into the source code, let us look at the fundamental system architecture. This application is built using native PHP for the backend logic, MySQL as the relational database management system, and style cleanly using Tailwind CSS to provide a responsive dark theme user interface. The core objective of this application is to implement a strict role-based access control (RBAC) or multi-user environment, separating the administrative right of a laboratory assistant from the standard access right of a student of practitioner. Technically, the application handles full truth operation, create, read, update, and delete, and ensures absolute the data integrity through server-side session management via PHP superglobals. Next, part 2, database schema and connection structure. Let us first inspect the database blueprint, which underpins this entire ecosystem. The database consists of 3 highly relation tables. Number 1, users table stores critical credentials including the user identification, username, plain text, password, full name, and the enum data type, defining the role as either admin or user. Number 2, barang table acts as the master catalog inventory, holding details such as item name, stock quantity, and the specific laboratory location. Next, number 3, peminjaman table act as a transactional bridge that link user to the specific item they intend to borrow, storing foreign key, structural timestamp, and approval status. Next, visual switch to VS Code and show connection.php. Now looking at PHP, this file establishes the fundamental communication link between our PHP script and the MySQL database engine using the MySQL_connect function. It takes for essential parameters the host server, database username, password, and database name if this connection fails to execute properly, and the application halts execution immediately via the die function to prevent subsequent runtime exception. Next, part 3, the homepage and secure JavaScript authentication. We move to the landing page index PHP. This page displays the laboratory capabilities and provide a direct entry point via the login button. When clicked, the user is redirected to login PHP as required by the assignment guidelines. The credential verification must happen seamlessly without annoying page refresh upon failure. To achieve his asynchronous behavior, I implement the JavaScript Fetch API on the front end. When the user submits the form, JavaScript intercept the standard form submission via prevent default. It gathers the input field into a form data object and fires an asynchronous post request back to the server on the server side. PHP process this request by escaping malicious input using mysql _real _escape string to guard against SQL injection vulnerabilities. If the user's record match or database, the server generates a global session via session to store user metadata and returns a JSON success object. The JavaScript front receives this payload and seamlessly redirect the user based on their specific privilege tier. Admins are route to admin.php while practitioners go to user.php. If the login file JavaScript instantly triggers a beautiful sweet alert to model displaying the error message without forking a complete page reload. Next, part for admin panel inventory control and transaction. Let us log in as an administrator using the username. We are now inside admin.php. Security is strictly enforced here. The top section of the script check if equals admin. If an unauthorized user tries to access this URL directly, the backend violently blocks the request and throws them back to the login page. The admin dashboard is structured into 3 pivotal components. Number 1, create operation atau tambah barang. On the left panel, the admin can input a new item named initial stock and assign it to a laboratory wing, submitting this from files and insert into query, updating the master catalog instantly. Next, number 2, read and delete. Operation atau master data inventories. The central table fetches all active items from the barang table using a select query. Each row features a delete trigger. However, notice the strict business rule validation. An item cannot be deleted if it is currently tied to an active or pending student loan transaction. Our PHP code validates this by running a subquery against the peminjaman table before authorizing the delete query, preventing orphan database record. Next, number 3, update operation atau daftar permintaan peminjaman. At the bottom section, the admin oversees all pending student loan requests in real time. The administrator possesses absolute authority to either approve atau setuju atau reject or mark the item as returned atau mengembalikan when item is approved. The backend automatically fires an query to the decrement the assets stock by 1 unit. Conversely, when marked as returned, the stock is increment back up, demonstrating a dynamic inventory loop. Part 5, practitioner panel and riwayat peminjaman. Now let us log out and log back in a practitioner using the username. We are now inside the student portal user.php. Similar to the admin panel, backend validation ensures only users with the user's role can stay on this page. Here, the practitioner is present with a read-only catalog. They can view equipment availability and lab location but are structurally blocked from modifying the master inventory. To borrow an item, the student simply click the pinjam action button. Notice that in item stock reach absolute zero. The HTML button is immediately hard-coded to disable state, preventing invalid transaction at the interface level. Next, conclusion and closing statement. To wrap up this presentation, this project successfully satisfies all technical criteria outlined in the assignment brief by keeping all files cohesive within a single interconnect folder architecture. We have built a functional, secure, and intuitive web application. We successfully implement secure multi-user role distribution, safe back-end validation to prevent malicious front-end manipulation, and reliable relation code tracking. That concludes my explanation for the web programming laboratory 4. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.